Doubt and negativity can quietly shape our thoughts and actions. But what if you had daily affirmations to help you stay grounded, sharpen your focus, and guide your choices? Drawing from the timeless insights of Stoic philosophy, this approach offers tools to face life's challenges with strength, clarity, and resilience. In this episode, we'll uncover 9 essential truths to remind yourself of each day, helping you stay true to your values, harness inner strength, and remain centered. These are not just encouraging words, but principles rooted in personal growth, self-discipline, and emotional balance. If you've ever felt uncertain, overwhelmed, or in search of deeper purpose, these affirmations will help you regain control of your thoughts and actions. We'll explore why these reminders matter, how they reshape your perspective, and ways to apply them for lasting personal growth. If you're ready to cultivate strength during hardships and clarity amidst life's chaos, stay tuned. These 9 Stoic-inspired affirmations will guide you to move through life with purpose, resilience, and confidence. Number 1. I am capable. Every day arrives with its own unique set of challenges, decisions to make, tasks to complete, and uncertainties that test our confidence. In these moments, it's natural for doubt to creep in, whispering questions like, "What if I'm not strong enough? What if I can't handle this? What if I fail?" But the truth is, you possess far more strength and resilience than you often give yourself credit for. Within you lies the ability to overcome obstacles, adapt to change, and navigate uncertainty, even when the path ahead feels difficult and unclear. Throughout history, philosophers have reminded us that true power lies not in controlling external circumstances, but in mastering our inner world. Strength is not measured by how flawlessly we handle life's trials, but by how we choose to respond. It's about embracing the belief that no matter how uncertain or overwhelming a situation may seem, you have the capacity to figure it out, to learn, and to grow. Being capable doesn't mean having all the answers or never making mistakes. It means trusting that, with time and effort, you can adapt, overcome setbacks, and keep moving forward. Reflect on the moments in your life when you faced challenges you thought were beyond your ability to handle. Times when fear and uncertainty weighed heavily on you, but you still found a way through. You may not have felt strong in those moments, but your actions proved otherwise. Each of those experiences is a testament to your resilience, a reminder that you have confronted hardship before and emerged stronger on the other side. Often, it is only when we look back that we recognize the depth of our strength. Affirming to yourself, "I can handle this," is not about denying fear or pretending that the road is easy. It's about acknowledging that true courage means taking action, even when the outcome is unclear. It's about understanding that every challenge is an opportunity to develop strength, patience, and wisdom. Fear does not disappear by waiting for the perfect moment or for confidence to appear on its own. It fades when you choose to take a step forward, even if it's a small one. Your growth lies in embracing the discomfort of uncertainty, in allowing mistakes to shape your learning, and in understanding that persistence, not perfection, is what builds strength. When you trust in your ability to adapt and find solutions, you develop not just resilience, but a deeper sense of self-belief. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be willing. Willing to take risks, to face setbacks, to learn from them, and to keep moving forward. So when doubt arises, remind yourself of the strength you've already shown. Remind yourself that capability is not about avoiding fear, but about walking alongside it with courage. Each challenge you face is not an obstacle to avoid, but a step toward becoming stronger, wiser, and more confident in your ability to handle whatever life brings. Number 2, I grow stronger. Daily challenges are an unavoidable part of life, and difficulties will always arise. But facing them isn't about pretending they don't exist or wishing them away. It's about confronting them head-on, understanding their weight, and realizing that within you lies the strength to navigate through them. Every obstacle, no matter how daunting, carries within it the potential to teach, shape, and even propel you towards something greater. Adversity isn't always a dead end. It can become the foundation upon which resilience is built. This approach to life isn't about sitting idle, waiting for circumstances to align perfectly, or looking for external validation before moving forward. It's about taking ownership of your journey. Waiting for the ideal moment is often an excuse we use to avoid discomfort. But the truth is, the perfect moment is rarely handed to us. Instead, it is created through action, through decisions, and through the courage to take the first step, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Each day presents a chance to make choices that define the direction of your life. You don't need permission to move forward, and you don't have to wait for fear to vanish before taking action. Growth is forged in moments of uncertainty, in decisions made despite doubt. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a declaration that you are in control of your path, shaping it with intention and courage. This perspective isn't about denying the existence of fear, but about refusing to let fear dictate your actions. It's about realizing that strength isn't born from avoiding difficulty, but from facing it and learning to adapt. Challenges don't define you. Your response to them does. Every setback holds a lesson, and every failure carries the seeds of progress, if you're willing to learn and keep moving forward. So instead of waiting for life to offer you a perfect opportunity, create one. Don't let hesitation keep you stagnant. Embrace the discomfort of uncertainty and trust in your ability to find your way, even when the road isn't clear. Your growth comes not from flawless victories, but from the courage to face imperfection and learn from it. Every decision you make shapes the path you're walking. With every choice, you have the power to redirect your life, to overcome barriers, and to carve out the future you envision. You don't have to wait for circumstances to be ideal. Take action, make mistakes, learn, and keep stepping forward. In doing so, you're not just surviving the journey, you're actively shaping it into something meaningful and strong. Number 3, I commit to excellence. Visualize beginning each morning with the firm belief that you are the architect of your day. You approach each moment with intention, seeing every interaction, every challenge, as an opportunity to shape your path. This shift in perspective doesn't just open new doors, it transforms how you engage with life entirely. When you embrace the understanding that you hold the ability to influence your experience, it becomes evident in your actions. You grow more confident in your choices, more open to stepping into uncertainty, and more determined when faced with difficulties. Every decision becomes a deliberate act of creation, a stroke in the evolving picture of your life. But this sense of control isn't just about feeling empowered. It comes with the weight of responsibility. Recognizing that you shape your own reality means accepting that your choices, not external circumstances, largely determine your path. It's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for the right conditions, the right moment, or for someone else's approval. But the reality is, every day presents an opportunity to take action. Each moment carries the potential for change, if you're ready to seize it. Adopting this proactive mindset means stepping forward, even when clarity is lacking. It's understanding that meaningful progress rarely happens through massive leaps, but is built through small, consistent actions over time. Growth doesn't come from standing still. It comes from movement, from trial and error, from learning and adapting. The power to shape your life isn't something you find. It's something you claim, and it's forged in the choices you make, especially when those choices feel difficult or uncertain. This way of thinking also transforms how you view risk and failure. When you accept that mistakes are part of the process, they lose their power to discourage. Failures become lessons, and setbacks become tools for refining your approach. True resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties, but about moving through them, learning, adjusting, and becoming stronger with each experience. Life's challenges don't define you. How you choose to meet them does. Every challenge holds the potential to develop strength and sharpen your perspective if you approach it with the mindset of growth. Of course, claiming this power over your life isn't without effort. It means taking ownership of your choices and understanding that your direction is shaped by your decisions, not by chance. It requires discipline to act when it feels easier to hesitate. It takes courage to pursue something when success isn't guaranteed. And it calls for resilience to keep going when progress feels invisible. It's about being willing to create opportunities rather than waiting for them. In the end, shaping your life is about more than responding to what happens. It's about consciously deciding what happens next. You may not be able to control every external event, but you can control how you react, how you grow, and how you keep moving forward. The course of your life isn't determined by waiting for perfect conditions, but by stepping into the imperfect, the uncertain, and choosing to act anyway. This is how you turn everyday moments into building blocks of purpose and growth. This is how you create a life that is not just lived, but intentionally crafted. Number 4, I am designed for greatness. Each morning offers a chance to shape the day ahead, and when you affirm to yourself, I know my way forward, you're doing more than just repeating words. You're establishing a mindset. This isn't about pretending life is free of struggles. Difficulties and setbacks are an inevitable part of the human experience. But embracing this perspective means acknowledging that obstacles are not meant to block your path. They are integral to your growth, shaping your resilience and character. The journey through life is rarely straightforward. It's marked by uncertainties, unexpected challenges, and moments of doubt. But holding on to the belief that your path is navigable encourages a proactive attitude. It's about recognizing that difficulties don't signify defeat, but are experiences that test and refine you. Each challenge presents a choice: to see it as a dead end or an opportunity to develop strength and resourcefulness. Starting your day with clarity isn't about assuming everything will be easy. Instead, it's about committing to face whatever comes with determination and adaptability. It means trusting that while you may not have control over every situation, you do have control over how you respond. And in that response lies your power. When you choose to see obstacles as part of the journey, you shift your mindset from resistance to resilience. This approach isn't about forcing optimism or denying discomfort. It's about understanding that hardship is a natural teacher. Struggles reveal where you need to grow, where patience is required, and where courage is most needed. Clarity comes not from waiting for life to become easy, but from walking through the hard moments with persistence and openness to learning. It's about realizing that even when the path is unclear, moving forward, one small step at a time, will eventually lead to progress. Adopting this perspective also transforms how you perceive setbacks. Failure isn't a sign that you've lost your way. It's a moment to pause, reflect, and find a new strategy. Mistakes become lessons, and roadblocks become opportunities to test your creativity and determination. The path you walk isn't defined by how many times you stumble, but by how often you choose to get back up and keep moving. But living with this mindset requires responsibility. It means owning your choices, even when they're difficult. It means taking action, even when fear urges you to stand still. And it means acknowledging that clarity is not a gift given by the world, but a mindset created by you. Each day is an opportunity to make choices that shape the direction of your life. And while uncertainty may always be present, it doesn't have to control you. So when you tell yourself, "I know my way forward," let it be a reminder of your strength and resilience. Let it be a commitment to continue, even when the journey feels challenging. Let it reinforce the truth that while the road may twist and turn, each step you take is shaping who you are becoming. The path may not always be smooth, but it is always yours to walk. And by embracing every challenge as a necessary part of growth, you turn uncertainty into understanding and obstacles into milestones of progress. Number 5. External opinions do not sway me. Every moment of connection, no matter how small, holds the potential to make a meaningful impact. Every conversation, every shared moment, every interaction is an opportunity to contribute positively to the lives of others. It's not always about grand gestures or dramatic solutions. It's often about the simple act of bringing your unique skills, your creativity, or your genuine presence into every exchange. Whether you're offering thoughtful insights to help solve a problem, using your creative thinking to inspire new ideas, or simply engaging with authenticity and kindness, you have the ability to shape your environment in powerful ways. Contributing something valuable doesn't always mean giving advice or providing tangible solutions. Sometimes it's about being present, truly listening, offering encouragement, or acknowledging someone's efforts when they feel unseen. These moments, though they may seem fleeting, have the power to leave lasting impressions. They can brighten someone's day, ease a burden, or spark a sense of hope. Even the smallest act of kindness or a few thoughtful words can ripple outward, creating positive change that extends far beyond the moment itself. Approaching every interaction with the mindset of adding value transforms not only how you engage with others, but also how you perceive your role in the world. Instead of viewing conversations and daily encounters as routine, you begin to see them as meaningful opportunities, chances to connect, to uplift, and to contribute. This shift in perspective encourages greater mindfulness and intentionality. You become more aware of the energy you bring into your relationships and how your actions can influence those around you. It's also about recognizing that the simple act of showing up as your best self can be a powerful form of contribution. Your attitude, patience, and willingness to engage with empathy can create an atmosphere that nurtures positivity and growth. When you approach others with kindness, you foster trust. When you show understanding, you build deeper connections. And when you offer your perspective or assistance with sincerity, you open the door to collaborative problem-solving and shared progress. Importantly, offering value doesn't come with an expectation of recognition. True contribution is about giving without seeking a return. It's about finding meaning in the act itself, knowing that your words or actions have, in some way, made the world around you a little better. Sometimes it's about being the person who offers comfort in difficult moments, who inspires courage when others feel uncertain, or who sparks new ideas simply by thinking differently. These small but significant contributions accumulate, shaping not only the lives of those you interact with, but also strengthening your sense of purpose and fulfillment. And in the process, you too are transformed. By focusing on how you can serve others through your daily interactions, you cultivate empathy, compassion, and personal growth. You begin to find joy in connecting authentically, and you develop a deeper understanding of the shared human experience. Life becomes richer, not because of what you receive, but because of the impact you're able to create. So, view every encounter as a space for positive contribution. Whether it's offering a helpful perspective, sparking inspiration, or simply being present and engaged, know that your influence matters. The energy and effort you bring into each moment have the potential to uplift and empower. And in choosing to approach your interactions with this mindset, you not only enhance the lives of others, but also shape a more meaningful and connected existence for yourself. Number 6, I shape my reality. There will be times when uncertainty clouds your mind, when hesitation and self-doubt creep in, casting shadows over your confidence. These moments are inevitable, but it's in these moments that a simple, powerful affirmation can act as a lifeline, pulling you back to your center. When you remind yourself, I have what it takes, you're doing more than offering comfort. You're standing against the narratives that have shaped doubt, whether imposed by external voices or born from personal fears. You're making a conscious choice to reject limitations and embrace the strength that resides within you. This is about more than just motivation. It's a deep acknowledgement that your worth and abilities aren't defined by external opinions or temporary setbacks. The world can be unpredictable, difficult, and even harsh. Challenges are a constant, and outcomes aren't always in your control. But what remains yours is the power to choose how you respond. The belief in your capacity to navigate through difficulties, to adapt and learn, is a quiet but unshakable force. It's not about convincing yourself that success is guaranteed, but about knowing that you can handle whatever comes, even when the path is unclear. This mindset reshapes how you approach life. It changes how you face challenges, how you handle failure, and how you make decisions. Instead of waiting for the world to affirm your worth or grant you permission to move forward, you create momentum through action. You stop waiting for ideal conditions and start trusting that each step, no matter how uncertain, is part of building your strength. You're no longer reacting to circumstances but shaping them, turning fear into fuel and uncertainty into opportunity. And this belief doesn't just influence your internal world. It radiates into every interaction you have. People sense confidence. They respond to the quiet strength of someone who trusts their own capacity to overcome. This isn't arrogance, but an authentic understanding of your own resilience. It's a confidence that encourages deeper connections, inspires collaboration, and often gives others the courage to recognize their own abilities. The energy you bring to every encounter becomes more purposeful, more grounded, and it changes how people perceive and engage with you. But real confidence is more than just visible assurance. It's a practice. It's built through experience, through showing up even when doubt feels overwhelming. It's about reminding yourself that failure isn't a verdict, but a lesson. Each misstep is a part of learning, and every challenge faced is another layer of strength added to your character. You learn to accept that confidence isn't about knowing you'll succeed every time, but trusting that, even in failure, you will find a way to rise, adjust, and keep moving forward. And while the approval of others may be fleeting, the belief you cultivate within yourself is enduring. True confidence doesn't come from applause, but from the quiet conviction that you are capable, because you faced difficulty and persisted, because you've made mistakes and grown stronger from them, because you've learned that courage isn't the absence of fear, but the refusal to let it define your actions. So when doubt inevitably surfaces, let the words, "I have what it takes," serve as more than just a reassurance. Let them be a declaration of trust in your ability to face the unknown, to learn, and to grow. Let it remind you that strength isn't always loud or obvious. It's in the quiet decisions to keep going, to keep striving, and to believe that you are equipped for the journey ahead. In embracing this mindset, you don't just influence your own path. You empower others to trust in their own strength, creating a ripple effect of resilience and courage. Number 7. Excuses do not define me. Excuses often take the form of stories we tell ourselves to justify why we avoid action or responsibility. They can sound reasonable. I don't have enough time. It's too complicated. Or, I'm not ready yet. Almost everyone has fallen into the trap of making excuses at some point. While they might offer temporary comfort, in reality, excuses act as invisible barriers, quietly limiting our growth and holding us back from realizing our potential. Instead of shielding us from failure, they reinforce stagnation, diminish our confidence, and trap us in cycles of missed opportunities and lingering regret. Excuses are easy. They feel safe. They give us a way to explain why we're stuck without confronting the deeper reasons for our inaction, like fear, uncertainty, or discomfort. Yet, the longer we lean on these justifications, the more they define our choices and shape the way we view our own capabilities. Over time, they can begin to feel like truths, rather than the limiting beliefs they really are. We start believing we aren't ready, that we're too busy, or that the challenge is too big, when in reality, we are simply afraid of stepping beyond our comfort zones. But there is a profound shift that happens when you decide to let go of these limiting stories. When you choose to tell yourself, I will not be defined by excuses, you reclaim control over your path. You stop letting fear or uncertainty dictate your progress. This isn't about denying real challenges. Time constraints, limited resources, and setbacks are very real. But it is about facing these obstacles with the belief that you can navigate through them, instead of being paralyzed by them. True growth starts when you stop waiting for the perfect moment or ideal circumstances. It begins when you take action, even when it feels uncomfortable. Because the truth is, most limitations we face are not as immovable as we imagine. Time can be managed, skills can be learned, and opportunities can be created. But none of that happens if excuses are allowed to control the narrative. It's about asking yourself, is this a real obstacle, or is it just fear disguised as reason? Taking ownership of your choices requires courage. It's uncomfortable to admit when we're the ones standing in our own way. But when you commit to stepping beyond excuses, you give yourself the chance to grow stronger. Every time you choose action over hesitation, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling more than you once believed. And with each step, your confidence builds. Not because you avoid mistakes, but because you learn that mistakes don't define you. It's the willingness to show up, try, and learn that shapes your growth. This shift in mindset also transforms how you respond to failure. Instead of seeing setbacks as reasons to quit, you begin to view them as lessons. You start to understand that growth doesn't happen in avoiding discomfort, but in facing it. When you choose to keep moving, despite the difficulty, you become more resilient. You learn that progress isn't about never falling, but about always rising again. Letting go of excuses isn't a one-time decision. It's a commitment you make every day, especially in moments when quitting feels easier. It's about holding yourself accountable and choosing honesty over comfort. And while it may feel difficult, it's also empowering. Because in the end, it's your choices that shape your future, not your fears. So the next time you hear yourself creating an excuse, pause and challenge it. Ask yourself what you're really afraid of and what small step you can take to move forward. Then remind yourself, I am not limited by excuses. I am defined by my actions. Let this be more than just words. Let it be a declaration of who you are becoming. Because growth begins when you choose courage over comfort and action over avoidance. Number 8, I embrace the present moment. The only moment that truly belongs to us is the one we are living right now. Yet, it is human nature to let our thoughts drift, to replay past mistakes, dwell on painful memories, or anxiously anticipate challenges that have yet to come. We often find ourselves caught between what has already happened and what might happen next, trapped in reflections and worries that pull us away from experiencing life as it is. This mental struggle robs us of the opportunity to fully engage with the present, to appreciate the beauty and depth of the moment that is unfolding before us. It's easy to fall into the habit of living in the past, revisiting regrets, and lingering on things we cannot change. Just as easily, we slip into anxious daydreams about the future, bracing for possibilities that may never come to pass. And while planning for the future and learning from the past have their place, dwelling in either space for too long can disconnect us from the reality of the present. We end up missing what is happening right now, the simple moments of joy, the small victories, or even the quiet lessons that life offers us every day. Choosing to focus on the present is an intentional act. It means acknowledging that the past is beyond your control and the future remains uncertain. It's about grounding yourself in what you can influence, the decisions you make today, the conversations you have, and the actions you choose. When you consciously decide to embrace the moment, you step into a space where life is immediate and real. This choice is not about ignoring past experiences or avoiding thoughts about the future, but about refusing to let them overshadow the life you are living right now. Affirming to yourself, I am here, fully present, is a powerful way to bring your focus back to the moment. It's a reminder that life unfolds not in memories or in imagined scenarios, but in the present breath, the present word, the present experience. This affirmation isn't about blocking out thoughts or emotions, but about observing them and choosing not to be consumed by them. It's about allowing yourself to engage deeply with your surroundings, your feelings, and the people you share this moment with. Being present also means accepting what is, without resistance. It's about embracing the full spectrum of the moment, whether it feels joyful, difficult, or mundane. When you stop fighting against the reality of now, you open yourself to clarity and calmness. You begin to notice the small details you might otherwise miss, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of laughter, the comfort of a familiar routine. These simple moments, when truly noticed, carry meaning and depth. Living in the present transforms how you respond to challenges. Instead of being overwhelmed by fears of what could happen, you focus on the step you can take today. Instead of reliving old regrets, you focus on the lessons they taught you and how you can apply them now. It's a mindset that fosters resilience because it keeps you grounded in what you can control, your current choices and actions. Of course, being present is a practice, not a permanent state. There will be times when the mind drifts back to old memories or forward into worries. That's natural. The key is noticing when it happens and gently guiding your attention back to the here and now. It's about learning to pause, to breathe, and to recenter yourself in the moment. Over time, this practice becomes easier, and the habit of being present grows stronger. So, when you find yourself caught in thoughts of the past or lost in worries about the future, pause. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, I am here now, and this moment matters. Let that simple truth guide you back to what is real Because it is only in this moment, this breath, this choice, this action, that life unfolds and where you hold the power to shape your experience. The present is not just where life happens. It is life itself. Number 9. I lead by example. Picture a towering lighthouse, quiet and unobtrusive when the sea is calm. Its presence might go unnoticed, a silent figure standing against the horizon. But when storms rage and darkness swallows the sky, that same lighthouse transforms into a symbol of hope, a steadfast guide for sailors navigating treacherous waters. Leading by example works in much the same way. It's not about declarations or discussions about values. It's about embodying them, especially when life becomes turbulent. It's about being the steady force others can look to, not for words, but for direction shown through action. Living with integrity isn't about waiting for perfect moments to prove your character. It's about demonstrating your values, not just when it feels easy, but when it's uncomfortable and challenging. It's about showing courage when fear creeps in, extending patience when frustration tempts you, and holding firm to honesty even when deception might offer an easier route. Anyone can speak about the importance of strength, resilience, or kindness, but true character is revealed when those qualities are put to the test. This understanding isn't new. Throughout history, those who have endured hardship and risen with dignity have shown us that actions define a person far more than words ever could. Marcus Aurelius, a leader who faced immense trials, conflict, disease, and the unpredictability of power, knew this deeply. For him, virtue wasn't about theory. It was about practice. It wasn't enough to understand the right way to live. He believed it was essential to embody it. His view was simple but profound. It isn't what you say that defines your goodness. It's how you live that truth every day, even in the smallest of ways. Being an example doesn't require a title or authority. It begins in the everyday moments, in the small decisions that shape who you are becoming. It's about holding on to honesty, even when it's inconvenient. It's about standing by your principles, even when it's easier to compromise. And it's about striving to be compassionate, even when frustration urges otherwise. These moments might seem insignificant, but they form the foundation of your character. Over time, they become the story of who you are, written not by what you said you valued, but by how consistently you live those values. True leadership emerges when you choose to embody your principles without seeking recognition or reward. It means holding yourself accountable, knowing that your example can influence others. It's about understanding that when uncertainty arises, or when things feel difficult, people don't look to words for guidance. They look to action. They seek consistency, strength, and someone who is living proof that it's possible to endure hardship without compromising character. But this journey is not without its difficulties. Living with integrity requires self-awareness and courage. It calls for the humility to acknowledge your mistakes and the discipline to keep aligning your actions with your values. It's a daily practice of reflection, of asking yourself, am I living in a way that reflects what I believe? It's about knowing that perfection isn't the goal, but consistency is. It's the daily effort to bridge the gap between your ideals and your actions that shapes true character. When storms hit, whether personal trials, moral dilemmas, or moments of uncertainty, those who lead through action become a source of strength. Their consistency serves as a guidepost for others, proof that values can be more than ideas. They can be lived realities. It's this quiet but powerful leadership that inspires. It's not about demanding others follow, but about walking a path so clearly that it invites others to walk with you. So when you consider the person you strive to be, let it be defined not by the values you speak of, but by the choices you make when it's hardest to uphold them. Let your actions be your message, your integrity the foundation of your influence. Like the lighthouse standing unwavering through the storm, your strength will be measured not by moments of ease, but by how you lead when darkness falls. Not through grand statements, but through the quiet consistency of a life that reflects the values you hold most dear. Integrating these 9 daily reflections into your routine is more than just repeating encouraging phrases. It's about intentionally cultivating a mindset rooted in strength, determination, and clarity of purpose. Each reminder acts as a steady guide, reinforcing your ability to face challenges with resilience and maintain focus on what truly matters. This practice helps shape not only your thoughts, but also your actions, encouraging you to meet uncertainty with courage and to navigate obstacles with a sense of control. Over time, these reflections evolve into a personal framework, empowering you to live each day with greater intention, awareness, and unwavering resolve.